Hi, so India is holding its first commercial coal mine auctions bang in the middle of a pandemic. About 1 crore workers were on the streets this weekend protesting. Did you hear about it? I'm going to tackle both those stories in tonight's video. My name is Anubha Bhonsle and I do the news here that's worthy of your time. India is opening up commercial coal mining to the private sector after 5 decades. Auctions are on for 40 coal mines. The winners will have the right to mine and sell coal to any firm globally. Earlier, only Indian companies in the steel, cement and thermal sector were allowed to mine coal for use in their own industrial units. But for the first time, even foreign-owned companies are going to be able to bid for coal mining rights. Now, of the 40, at least 7 mines were previously deemed as no-go areas because of their environmentally vulnerable status. 9 of these mines are in Jharkhand. That state has raised concern over the timing of this move. It has also argued that it stands to lose vital forest cover, its tribal communities are going to be displaced, and yet it hasn't been consulted. Not just Jharkhand, many others are asking, is this really the time? Won't the pandemic have dampened global participation in these auctions, thus keeping bid prices low? Well, I haven't seen any official quotes from the ministry on this, but anonymously quoted in the news report saying that such fears are unfounded since a large number of companies have shown interest. Just a little bit of background, India is among the largest coal reserves in the world, but the quality of our coal is poor because of high ash content. The second story here on Newsworthy tonight, trade union strikes. Yes, they still happen. In fact, on the weekend, approximately 1 crore workers across India were on strike. They were the entire cross-section, farmers, teachers, students, public sector employees. They are protesting loss of wages, loss of jobs. In fact, there was a massive participation by Ashas, Anganwadi workers and midday meal workers. It's actually old news, but they've been demanding recognition as workers as opposed to volunteers. Did you know several thousand of them have actually not been paid by their state government for the last few months now? In fact, at the onset of the pandemic, they were holding the public health fort, especially in rural areas, door-to-door testing, tracing, and isolating. I didn't mention this in the headlines, and it's never my case to focus on one aspect or one particular case of brutality, but let's just pay a little bit of attention to this gruesome rape of a 12-year-old girl in Delhi's Paschim Vihar 5 days ago. I'm going to skim over the disturbing details, but here's what you definitely need to know. She was alone at home because her parents had gone to work. A man entered the house. He raped her while brutally assaulting her with a pair of scissors. She's at the All India Institute of Medical Sciences in ICU. She remains critical. But the accused, Krishna Kumar, he's been arrested. We know he was in jail earlier for a murder charge. He was also charged with life imprisonment, but in 2013, charges against him were reduced and he was let go for having served due time. He's been arrested twice again since then for theft. See the pattern? And before I go, the news that in a sense stood out for me tonight, New Zealand has gone 100 days without recording a locally transmitted COVID-19 case. Now, unlike many other leaders who actually jump at the smallest signs of improvement, New Zealand's Prime Minister Jacinda Arden has been praised internationally for her handling of the pandemic. She's cautiously optimistic. 100 days is a milestone to mark, but again, we still need to be vigilant regardless, she said. That's all tonight. If you've been watching, thank you for your time. Share this video with your family and friends.